Hello guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Content Monsters, and in today's episode we are going to review Extraction 2, which is just released on Netflix. Now, Extraction 2 features Chris Hemsworth, Golshifteh Farahani, Tinatin, Dalakishvili, Olga Kurylenko, Idris Elba, Tornike Gogrichiani, Adam Bessa, Legin Saginashvili, Patrick Newall, Daniel Bernhardt, David Harbour, Sebastien Sisak, Justin Howell, and Matt Fitzgerald. Extraction 2 starts from where Extraction 1 left off. Chris Hemsworth's character, Rick Tyler, has been shot in the neck. He falls down into the river. It's assumed that he might have ended up dying in the river, but he somehow manages to stay afloat. He's discovered by some village in Bangladesh, and his assistant, played by Golshifteh, moves him to an ultra luxury hospital in Dubai where he's spent months and then finally recovers. She shifts him then to some faraway land so that he's away from any stress. He's recovering, he's recuperating, he's recovering till the time Idris Elba reaches out to him. He's an unknown character. He offers him another job. Just that this time it's not just another job. It's about rescuing his ex-wife's sister and children who are held captive by her mafioso husband in Georgia. It's almost as if they're creating a set of cult followers, and all those followers are very true and very loyal to these brothers, and he somehow has to rescue his sister-in-law and her children. He sees this as an opportunity to redeem himself, because he had walked out on his son who was suffering from cancer when he went to Afghanistan on war duties as a soldier, and his wife felt let down because of that. She felt that he didn't stay with his family when it needed him the most. So this is kind of a redemption for him. He feels that maybe he actually ended up being miraculously alive because there was something left for him to do, and maybe this is the job that he was to do, and that is why he's still alive. Well, so basically it's another mission for Tyler Rake, and will he emerge successful? Will this mission be as thrilling as the previous one in Bangladesh? Does Extraction 2 go one level up on the original film, is what one wishes to see as an audience? Well, the answer to most of these questions is no, because what is happening here? Basically, from all the action that existed in Bangladesh, this moves to multiple countries. So basically, Tyler Rake finds newer ways to kill a lot more number of people that he did in Bangladesh. He travels a lot more countries to kill those lot more people, and he somehow manages to succeed in extracting his sister-in-law and her children from the clutches of these mafioso brothers. But it's just more of the same thing. Is it more intelligent, more logical than what it was in its first version? The answer is no. Like I said, so the first problem for the film is sameness. It's just more number of people being killed, more number of countries where the action is being done, but it's not necessarily better. It may be bigger, but not necessarily better. The second thing that doesn't work for me in this film is you can take action exaggeration up to a point, but in this film it's reached a stage where it's not believable. Team of 3 people, which is Tyler Rake and his 2 assistants, taking on literally an army of people and somehow managing to escape, just doesn't sit well. This is almost like a Baghi 3, where a Tiger Shroff goes to an alien country, fights everybody in that country, and somehow manages to bring his brother back, or any of the Vidyut Jamwal films where he goes to an alien country, fights with everyone and gets his wife back. If that was not palatable, neither is this. Just because this is a film made in Hollywood doesn't make it more palatable. So like I said, the action should have been real, could have been more real. Just a lot of guns and ammunition just wasted, and it's just action which is not believable, which is not credible. Seen enough of this kind of action. Doesn't work. This is not a superhero film. It's a film about secret agents. The action could have been a lot more believable. So to me, the second thing also doesn't work as well. Third, I think there is not much that Extraction has to say. It's just a decent first part being encashed by the makers and Netflix. I mean, in all fairness, it could have ended with part 1. Why the part 2 came in is very, very clear. They just want to encash this, make this into a franchise, and part 2 ends at a stage again where there might be another mission in part 3. Yes, part 3 in all likelihood will be there. Now, if those extraction missions don't get very interesting, don't get very thrilling, don't get very engaging to the audience, then this is a pointless exercise. Like I said, clearly the makers see this as a cash cow. They just want to encash this as much as they can, squeeze as much out of this franchise as they can. This is definitely not interesting or engaging. Fourth, I think Chris Hemsworth deserves much more. They've tried to give him an emotional backstory of how this is more a redemption for him. There is a short part of his ex-wife played by Olga Kurylenko as well. But the emotional chords also don't make you feel for the characters as much, because most of this is unadulterated, illogical action, and which is why you don't connect with the characters as much as you possibly should, and that also lets the film down. I mean, for instance, anybody could have played this role that Chris Hemsworth has played, and we would have got the same result. An actor of Chris Hemsworth caliber deserved a story much better, and that hasn't happened. So to me, these 3 or 4 things really go a long way in the film not working for me. What works? Well, for one, the action is good in some sequences. The 21-minute one-shot action take is interesting. You do get involved during that part of the film. You're just wondering what's going to happen next. It's moving at a breathtaking pace. But apart from that long action sequence in the beginning, there's not much on to write about. But that is definitely something that works for the film. And the action is definitely bigger and better than the first film, but apart from these 2 things, there's not much to write home about. I'd give this film a rating of 4.5 on 10. Expected a lot more from the Russo brothers, but the film definitely lets you down. As an audience, if you've watched the film, do let us know what you think of it, whether you agree with our review or not. If you like our review, please do subscribe to our channel, and for many more such reviews, please do keep coming back. We'll see you soon. Thank you.